So I got a question. What can every athlete learn from their early childhood, right? When they first started playing, when they first fell in love with their sport, when they first started playing. I've got a quick story for you, right? So I'm on a Zoom call this morning with a professional, or actually he has professional tryouts in February. So next month he has professional tryouts. And he's telling me about all of this time he's spent in the past couple of years overthinking so many different things. So we got down to the point where when he was 14 years old, he started playing with older kids. And before the time where he's playing with older kids, he was always the best on the field, or the pitch, as they like to call it in rugby. He was always the best on the pitch, where he had freedom to run, he had freedom to make passes, he had freedom with the different plays, he had freedom to do all sorts of different things. Now, from the time he was 14 years old, he always played at a level higher than what athletes normally play at his age. So what happened is, at the age of 14, he got moved up to a higher level. And while he's playing with all of these superior players, he started overthinking things to the point where he was worried about making a mistake. So he went from this 14-year-old, this 13-year-old playing with a lot of freedom, without any restrictions, just trusting all of his work, all of his practice, all of his instincts during the game. Then when he was playing against higher competition, all of a sudden he started to second guess himself. Should I make that pass? Should I run through this lane? Should I block this person? Should I run to the inside? Should I run to the outside? And then just started playing all of these scenarios in his head. And as an athlete, you know what that's like. It's different for everybody, but we've played out so many scenarios in our head while we've been in the game, in the competition. So it's like the flea who gets placed in a cup, right? You know, the little bug, the little tiny flea. See, if you put a flea in a cup, what happens? The flea can easily jump out, right? A flea can jump exponentially higher than its body length. So you put a flea in a cup, it can easily jump out. But what happens if you put the flea in the cup and then you cover the cup with a plate or a piece of paper? The flea jumps up and it hits its head and drops back down to the bottom. He jumps up, hits his head, drops back down to the bottom. He jumps up, hits his head, drops right back down to the bottom. And then it gets to the point where the flea believes that he can't jump any higher than the edge of the cup. So you remove the plate or you remove the piece of paper, the flea jumps up and he can only get to the brim of the cup. He can only get to the top of the cup. And he falls back down. And he jumps up, he can only get to the rim of the cup and he can't get out. So what happens is you put all these restrictions on yourself as an athlete, and then you start to believe that that's all that you're capable of doing. So I urge you, I challenge you, I invite you to revisit the way you played with freedom as a younger athlete, as a child in your younger years. Because you have to understand that, yeah, your knowledge, your skills, your intelligence in the specific sport have all improved. So they shouldn't be restricting you, second guessing yourself. They should actually be enhancing what you're able to do on the field, on the court, on the pitch, wherever you're playing, whatever sport you're playing with. So I invite you, revisit your childhood, explore how you played with freedom and how can you translate that? How can you transfer that to what you're doing today? Because if you've done it in the past, you can certainly do it again in the future. It's just a matter of removing the piece of paper or the plate that's on top of the cup that's restricting you, like the flea. Anyways, guys, thanks for joining the training. Hope everyone's having an awesome day. 12:34 Eastern Standard Time. We're doing these trainings live, and appreciate it if you guys give it a thumbs up if you liked the video. And we'll see you guys on the next one.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that episode. If you did, please smash that subscribe button down below and leave your questions in the comment section, because that's the inspiration behind these videos to help serve you guys specifically with what you're struggling with. And if you'd like to take things a step further, check the links in the description below. If you're interested in our coaching, if you're interested in checking me out on other platforms and connecting with me there. If you're interested in some of our other free training, definitely check it out in the description below. And I will see you guys on the next video.